pay their taxes. So what's the real game here? What should citizens know?
Thank you, Mark. A quick run back is to mirror ourselves from our best time against this time that many people are complaining about high taxes that have been raised on the common man. What is our best time in Kenya? I think everybody would agree with me out there, those who are watching and on this table, that perhaps the time of Kibaki might have been our best time, because in the records of government, you will find around between 2007, 2008 to 2010, somewhere there our economy grew even much better, and the records are telling. Also between 2003 and 2005 before referendum, the trajectory was good and everybody was a bit optimistic as a nation. So at that time, according to me, what happened that is different from now, so that we can have judgment from the people that this is where we have missed it as a country with regards to governance and also issues around economy and taxes. Around that time, Mark, you realize that Kibaki created like 2 to 3 million new jobs. So when we are talking about expanding the tax base, it was not about sitting down to see what have I not taxed on Anthony. It was about who is not able to pay tax. We have taxed Anthony, so who else do we bring on board? Right now, the difference between then and this is right now we are just adding more taxes on what we have already taxed. Kibaki gave us the motorbikes that time, the duty-free and all those taxes that were on the importation was removed. And then the statistics and in the government record says 1 million young people were on motorbikes every day. And those young people could have earned 200, 300 shillings. And you knew they were headed to the shop to buy bread, to buy unga, to buy sugar, and every other thing. And so the VAT you are collecting on those sugar, unga, and all that, were able to give the country the kind of money they needed for the budget. And we moved from 300 billion to about 600 billion in 2-3 years. And we kept on moving like that to 900 billion, and we clocked a trillion budget. The other aspect was another 1 million jobs from the electronics. That is the time, Mark, if you are in Nairobi, that is the time people stopped stealing phones from your ear when you're calling. And people moved from Katululu, quote unquote, to this kind of smartphones, because all the shops had stocked those phones at a cheaper cost. And everybody went to the shop now to buy. If you remember those times, we moved from Motorola, Ile Ndogo, and Siemens and all that kind of Nokia 3310. We moved from there, Pindogo, to now the kind of phones we are now having. And then it came with all the accessories. And there were many shops that were opened in this city and other parts of the country. And the statistics says it created like 1 million jobs. So those people also had the purchase power. So when you had VAT on the usual commodities that we use every day, like bread and unga, sugar, milk, and all that, you can be sure we were going to buy it in large quantity, because there are 2 million Kenyans who are coming to the shop every day to take sugar for use at home, to take unga and all that. That created, so at that time, it was raised, the amount of taxes the government were collecting then were raised from almost 300 billion where Kibaki got it to around 900 billion in the shortest time possible. But there was nobody on the street telling Kibaki that we are tired with the taxes, it is burdening us, because he targeted the right thing. But the difference today is that the cooking oil, the edible oil, is now having 3 different taxes. That is not creating